All right, so I think we are good to go. I will make an official start now. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Minnie. I'm a social media executive from LitExtension, and I will be your host for today. Before we get started, I want to take some time to introduce LitExtension to you. LitExtension is a world-leading shopping cart migration service for merchants and e-commerce experts. Founded in 2011 by a group of enthusiastic programming experts, we are proud to deliver over 150,000 successful migrations for more than 50,000 customers worldwide. If you're about to move your store to another e-commerce platform, you can count on LitExtension without a doubt, for the following reasons. The first one, we support migrations among more than 100 website builders. Secondly, we transfer every important data, including products, customers, orders, and other related data. And last but not least, we have plenty of additional options for you to expand the migration possibility, such as customer migration, customer password migration, migrating SEO URLs, creating 301 redirects, and so on. Choosing the right e-commerce platform is of great importance for successful online business, and LitExtension can help you confidently go with the right choice at any time. So, if you're on the hunt for a data migration solution, contact us via live chat on our website, litextension.com, and we are more than willing to support you at any time. All right, so we have quite a group of audience here with us today. So let's get started with the webinar. Today's webinar is our second in the row. In case you missed the first one, how to display Facebook Live videos on Magento Store. There's a record video right in this group discussion. If you want to watch them, scroll down, and then we also have a 10% coupon on all MageNet extension. The code will expire at the end of this month, so you had better hurry up. But that's not for now. You can do it later after our webinar today. So you might have remembered that earlier this month, we have created a poll in our community asking for what topic you want to discuss next. And as you vote for customer loyalty program, we have decided to host this webinar on how to turn satisfied customer into delighted brand advocates. And today, I'm very honored to welcome our two beautiful young ladies, two experts from Magestore, to join us this time as featured speakers. So for your information, Magestore is a technology company that provides omni-channel solutions for Magento retailer. Magestore is now world's #1 POS for Magento. And it is very impressive, isn't it? So now let's welcome our guest speaker, Ms. Emily, Senior Business Consultant, and Ms. Riley Duck, Business Consultant Manager. Hi, Ms. Riley. Thank you so much for joining us today. So guys, Ms. Riley is a data and process-driven business consultant with a demonstrated history of working with retailers. Her aspiration is to have business create excellent customer experiences by implementing unified system. Riley, can you say hi and make a self-introduction to our to our audience today?
Sure. Hello, everyone, and thanks for the introduction. My name is Riley, and the business consultant manager from Magestore. And I have been joining Magestore for five years now. And since then, I work closely with the retailers. So hopefully, today we'll have fruitful discussion, regarding our topic.
All right, thank you, Ms. Riley. We all looking forward to hearing your valuable sharing today. And our second guest is Ms. Amy Lei. She is a senior business consultant from Magestore. She is a tech lover and a data-driven business consultant who deploys disruptive innovations to Magento retailers in omni-channel age. Hello, Ms. Amy. Can you say hi to our audience?
Hi, everyone. So this is Amy, the product consultant or senior business consultant from Magestore. I have worked for Magestore for about 3 years and have served hundreds of clients in deploying the loyalty program. So I hope that I can bring my knowledge in deploying everything in reality to more and more audience today.
All right, so thank you both for joining us today. So before we get started, I want to go through our webinar agenda to get you an overview of what you are getting from our webinar today. So for today's webinar, we will include two main parts. The first section, our guest speaker will share with you some insight on the role of customer loyalty and some best practices to encourage customers to do more business with you. And then the second part is a 15 minutes Q&A section. Feel free to ask any questions that you have during the live stream, and we will bring them up and answer one by one at the end. So stay with us until then. All right, so now let me welcome Ms. Riley to the stage.
Okay, sure. So let me start like sharing my screen. Okay, so just confirm with me if you can see my screen now. Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, I think we can.
Okay, that sounds great. Thanks, Amy. So hey guys, like as I shared earlier, so I have been like working with retailers for 5 years now, and customer loyalty is always a hot topic to discuss. So like some customer come to me and say like I have attracted a lot of new customers, but not many of them come back, or like should I spend budget on loyalty customers? And even like some came and complained like I did implement a reward system, but it seems does not really work. So, there are a lot of questions concern, retailers. So that's why in the section today, we would love to elaborate on the topic customer loyalty, a critical aspect of all retail companies, which can turn your satisfied customers into your delighted brand advocates. So in the section today, there will be four main parts. So the first one, I would love like to briefly share like what like Magestore is doing and which solution we are providing at the moment. And of course, the next part will be go to the customer loyalty. Why is it so important? And in the next two parts, like my colleague Amy will share with you about the effective programs that can encourage the customer to return and conduct more business with you. And last but not least, of course, it will be like the best practice that the company in the world are successfully implementing loyalty programs. So here the like about Magestore, because like both Amy and I are working for Magestore at the moment. So what is this about Magestore? So we have been like working with Magento and retailers for more than 10 years so far, and we're serving like more than 10,000 customers. And currently we're providing omni-channel POS solution, which is built with progressive web app technology and integrates natively into your Magento platform. Besides, our customization service tailors to your requests perfectly, no matter where you're from and what you do. And here's our mission, that is to simplify and improve retailer lives and help them to grow their business. So here at Magestore, we believe that the customer success is our success. And our vision is to be the world #1 POS for Magento. Currently we are already proud to say that. However, in order to consolidate this position, our solution is designed to leverage the power of Magento into the physical worlds. It means that all powerful features of the online side will be strengthened on the physical locations via our POS solution. And the ultimate goal is to provide the seamless customer experience across the different sales channels. So that's the present and the future. So back in the day in 2009, Magestore was established. And, a year later, we became Magento Pro Solution Partner. And in the next, 3 years, Magestore, achieved the top 3 biggest Magento extension provider in the world. However, like 3 years ago, we decided to switch 100% our focus into B2B omnichannel solution. to accompany with retails, help them build the excellent seamless customer experience, from online to offline. And in 2018, we made another milestone that we introduced the POS built with PWA technology, and also become the first PWA POS in the world showcased at Magento Live conference in Europe. And this year, 2020, we are continuing working on a new data analysis product, which will become soon. So please stay tuned for it. So so as you can see here, for more than 10 years working with retailers, there are a lot of tough questions that we got from our customers. And one of the toughest one is still about the customer loyalty. So now let's talk about why is it so important, and it's so concerned with the retailers. First of all, I would like to share about the financial aspect. So so we all know that, right? Customer loyalty is the customer willingness to interact with or buy from a specific company on an ongoing basis. And normally they associate their favorable experiences with a brand. So what is the result of the customer loyalty? So about the financial benefits, satisfied customers can help the company increase the revenue and at the same time reduce the cost. So in particular, we say here, from Register, acquiring a new customer, is 5 times costlier than returning an existing customer. A quite huge gap, right? And if you gain 5% increase in customer retention rate, so how can it result in your revenue? So your profit. So here is the number that your profit can increase by 25%, even until 95%, depending on your business model. But in details, so how can loyalty help? So the first one is that the customer loyalty can help you learn much more about your customers. And based on that, you can design different offers and incentives that correspond to each customer requirements. And a question of retailers is always pop up in their mind that if we can control the customer habit, or it is something that uncontrollable. So I would love to say that customer loyalty is able to change the customer habits. By which way? That you can know the customer and you'll be able to predict his or her response via powerful database of millions of transactions and the intelligence required to predict behaviors according to stimulus. So here the demonstrated a picture that I got from the internet source. So the data is the new oil of the new digital era. So even the big giants like Google, Facebook, Amazon, they are all thirsty for the customer data. And analytics then will be the combustion engine to understand about your customers. And it's about customers, customer insights is always a valuable source, is the gold of any business. And besides that, the customer loyalty can also help you to improve the brand image. Right. So just imagine about now you have a good customer and a bad customer, and imagine how they're going to tell to others, about your brand. And according to research, in which customer brain reaction are analyzed while they're shopping. So if a familiar product is recognized, it's not only about their interest to buy, but it also triggers an experience of of the customer which is associated with the product or the brand. So so if you like a brand, so when you see it, it will also trigger comfortable or happy moment that you created with that brand. And of course, if you don't like any brand, so at that time you will feel anxious and unhappy memories may pop up in your mind at that moment. So that will keep you stay away from the brand. And once you have the satisfied customer And later when the customer become the advocate, they will positively recommend the brand to others, through word of mouth. And of course, with the excellent loyalty customer community, it helps the company stand tall among competitors. And so so here the what the benefits that the retail companies can benefit from customer loyalty. But from the customer side, what do they really expect, right? So the first one is the customer expect you to care about them. Customers just like humans. So like humans, like just like you and me, we expect people to care about us, right? So the study said that 79% of customers will only consider shopping with brands that show that they understand and care about them. It's like on your birthday, do you want people to congratulate you? Of course. And yeah, you want people like to know about your like wedding anniversary. Yeah, we want people to enjoy with us, to celebrate with us. And also the customer expect to save money. Why it's true that customers want you to care about them, the biggest reasons the customer join a loyalty programs is still because they want to benefit financially. And also about the financial, about the rewards, the customer want to choose their own rewards. Simplicity is important, but just like human, like also like you and me, the customers still like to have options. Choosing a reward is one of the best part, of being rewards member. And next one, the customer want to feel special. VIP tiers drive customer to purchase more often and also in greater quantities. And last but not least, the customer expect beautiful experience. This makes it essential that your rewards program could be personalized and on brand. So if we can achieve all of this, so it's like a win-win approach for both the retail company and for the customers. But the question right now may be like, so how it looks so perfect, but how can we do it? How can we make happy, satisfied customers into loyal brand evangelists, right? So that's also really an important part of the section today. So let me, pass it to Amy, who will help you to explore different loyal programs in the next section. Hi, Amy, you're muting. Amy, you are still muting, Amy.
Have everybody seen my screen?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, that's it. Okay, so many thanks for sharing. Maybe I would like to continue to talk about like 101, encourage your customers to return and conduct more business with going forward. So firstly, I would like to introduce about a simple points-based system. This is arguably the most common loyalty program methodology in existence. Frequent customer earn points, which translates into some type rewards such as redeem to money in the next purchases or other special offer in the future. Where many companies further in this method, however, is making the relationship between points and tangible rewards complex and confusing. For example, a few companies will put some promotional program such as you can earn 14 points equals to $1, then $20 and 50% off for the next purchase in November. It's not rewarding. It's a headache. It's too complicated. So please keep the conversion simple as much as possible so the customer can remember it easily. And also, a point system is perhaps the most common form of loyalty program. It isn't necessarily applicable to every type of business. It works best for business that encourage frequent or short-term purchase. For example, like you buy snack and you buy grocery food, you go to the supermarket frequently. So it's very easy to apply this kind of loyalty program. The next loyalty program I would like to mention is use a tier system to reward initial loyalty and encourage more purchases in the future. This program presents small rewards at the base, offering for being a part of the program, and then encourage repeat customers by increasing the value of the rewards as they move up the loyalty ladder. A tiered loyalty program is a type of membership program where customers enjoy different loyalty program benefits depending on their rank. Unlike traditional earn and redeem loyalty program, as I explained to you in the first part, tier loyalty program rank members into certain groups based on certain metrics, and each rank or tier is defined by a set variety of rewards, service, or benefits which increase in value as customer progress. To better understand these loyalty program types, think about love as the strong emotional bond that require for a successful marriage or even a deal or purchase. This bond sustains loyalty, which is a core component to repeated and frequent purchases. And that's precisely why tier loyalty programs are so powerful since they give customers a benefit structure they can really sink their teeth into and engage with for years to come. The biggest difference between the POS system and the tier system is that customers extract short-term versus long-term value from loyalty program. You may find tier program work better for high commitment, higher price point business, for example, airlines, hospitality businesses, or insurance companies. So I would like to take a quick example here for you about tier program. As you can see for the picture I screenshotted from Marvel website, it's the tier program, but the retailer even named membership levels to increase the feeling of belonging to a community. Specifically, participants can reach 4 levels: insider, agent, elite, and true believer. These statuses reflected on how comic book fans may define themselves in the comic book community, and it also allows fans to associate their level of membership with their level of commitment to the community. And the next type I would like to enlist here is charge an upfront fee for VIP benefits. A loyalty program are meant to break down barriers between customer and the business. So maybe you think that we are joking, that we need to charge a fee here, but it's true. In some circumstances, one-time or annual fee that lets customer bypass common purchase barrier is actually quite beneficial for both business and customer. If you identify factors that may cause the customer to leave, you can customize a fee-based loyalty program to address those specific obstacles. For example, have you ever abandoned the online shopping cart after tax and shipping were calculated? This is a frequent issue for many retailers. To combat this, you might offer a loyalty program like Amazon Prime. By signing up and paying an upfront fee for about like $100, you automatically get free 2-day shipping on the order. I think that I will explain for this example in more detail for the next part, best study. Okay, and the next thing, a structure non-monetary program around the customer's value. In today's highly competitive marketplace, brands often end up engaging in a discount race to try and offer the most competitive prices to their consumer. While cash incentives are more traditional and are quite successful for many businesses, not all brands benefit from them. They can negatively impact the perception of the brand quality and can prove unsustainable in the long term, depending on the business. An alternative to more conventional loyalty strategy is non-monetary program. These can equally excite and engage customers without discounting prices. Non-monetary include brand donation to a charity or local school as a result of a customer sales, or free gift or rewards with a customer purchase. Truly understanding the customer requires you to identify the value and desire of the target audience. In doing so, you can encourage customer loyalty by targeting those characteristics. And I think that it is quite familiar for many people. Reward point for referring friends and relatives. Customer will have option to refer friends by email, which will send an email to her friend, her relative with the registration link. She will get reward points per new registration on her referral. The new person registered will get 10% discount on purchase at normal. Do you feel familiar here? Customers will always trust their peers more than they trust their business. This is the basement of this loyalty program. And the next thing, strategic partnership. Cooperate with partner vendors for loyalty program. As you already know, in addition to other loyalty program for the customer, you also can cooperate with the partner, the vendor, to coordinate the loyalty program efficiently and grow the company. So which company a good fit for a partnership? It boils down to fully understand the customer everyday life, needs, and purchase processes. For example, if you are a dog food company, you might partner with a veterinary office or pet grooming facility to offer co-branded deals that are mutually beneficial for the company and the customer. One of the example successful stories for this is our client, Mr. Pet. We would like to introduce to you in more detail in the next section. And build a useful community for the customer. Customers will always trust their peers more than they trust the business, as I emphasized in the previous section. And between social media, customer review sites, forum, and more, the slightest slip can be recorded and uploaded for the world to see. But you can turn this into a positive by managing a community that encourages customer-to-customer interaction. One way to do this with self-service support resources. If you have a knowledge base, you can add a community forum. A community forum encourages customers to communicate with one another on various topics like troubleshooting the product or retailing service experience. Even if they leave negative feedback, at least it's left on the domain where you can respond to it and deal with it accordingly. Okay, so let's look at the best practice who apply different types of loyalty programs successfully here. Firstly, I would like to mention about the typical case, Amazon Prime. For a little over $100 a year, Amazon Prime users get free 2-day shipping on millions of products with no minimum purchase, among other benefits. For example, because of their acquisition of Whole Foods, Amazon offers Prime users a number of savings on groceries. This deal on efficient, reliable shipping on almost any product imaginable offers enough value to frequent shoppers that the annual payment makes sense. Think about like how much you normally pay on standard shipping for the online purchase, and now you only need to pay like less than $100 a year. Okay, another typical case like Starbucks. Starbucks Rewards is a star-based loyalty program in which customers download the Starbucks app or sign up online, add any amount of money they like to their digital card, and scan it upon checkout, whether that's in store or via mobile order. Every purchase results in the earning of stars, 2 stars per $1 spent. With the app, there are prizes and games such as double star days, Customers earn double the normal amount of stars they would. Free beverage coupon on their birthday and other ways to earn bonus stars. As you can see, members can apply the stars they earn to their purchases for discount and free beverage and food as well. Members can apply the stars they earn to their purchases for something like this. As you can see in the detail of the slide, loyalty program can earn a lot of other benefits, specifically fun free buys. Not only can you earn free coffee, look forward to a birthday treat plus coffee and tea refill. Enjoy the convenience of in-store, curbside, or drive-through pickup at select store. And last but not least, get to free faster, earn more and more star even quicker with bonus star challenge, double star day, and exciting game that encourage the customer to open the app and to join this loyalty program. And the last example I would like to enlist here is Mr. Pet. This is one of our clients who already cooperate with his vendor to run a few different promotional programs. Specifically, as long as you buy 5 items belonging to one or many brands of one supplier, you can enjoy an extra item free. Plus, system will allow you to buy 5 items in many times, but limited in a specific period of time. Let's say you can buy 5 items within 5 orders, but it has to be within 5 months. And all free products are charged by vendor's fee. And Mr. Pet only need to send the report to the vendor to get discounted for the purchase order. Okay, so I think that's everything we would love to share with you today about how we already deploy the loyalty program for many of our clients.
All right, so thank you both for sharing your valuable insights on the topic. It's a very interesting topic, and I can see that during your presentation, we have received many interesting questions regarding today's topic. So now let's move on to the Q&A part. All right. So to our audience, please keep posting your question down below, and we will get to them shortly. So the first question for our guest speaker today is from Javi. Javi asked, if I apply loyalty program, does it mean that I have to cut down my profit margin? How can I measure loyalty program result?
Okay, I think that I will answer this question. Many thanks for Harvey for this interesting question. So yeah, many clients also ask us the same question here. And I have to say that company often believe that loyalty program are money things that contribute very little to their profit margin, but nothing could be further from the truth. As long as you have a prudent approach with the proper budget, following them in detail with the chain of indexes monthly, such as average order value, number of purchases, number of new customers, you can protect your profit margin and run program efficiently. Remember, if you don't calculate your growth using number, you won't be able to measure the loyalty program's performance, and it means that you truly cut down your profit margin.
Yeah.
All right.
Beside the Emmy answer, I also want to add like one more point. So yeah, always like we need to consider budget when we implement, any programs, right? But like I believe that like it's more special for the a loyalty program. So in a long term, I believe that it should not be considered as an obstacle or is a deduction from the revenue of the company. Instead, I think like it should be an investment, an opportunity, because in which we can learn more and collect the data from our customers, so which can be will be really valuable source for the company, in the long run. So with that in mind, we'll try to help the customers engage the loyalty programs as much as possible, instead of instead of consider it as an obstacle to prevent the customer from enjoying the rewards.
All right, thank you, Ms. Amy and Riley. So I have the second question for you all. What are some differences between a loyal customer and a brand advocate?
So I would say like there will be, if you look at the customer, journey, there will be a different stage of the customer. So let's say, through the purchase process, it will be like awareness, interest, desire, and purchase. And after that, there will be the retention stage of the customer. And after that will be expansion. And later after expansion will be the advocate. Advocate is final stage. So loyalty customer is a common term to say about the customer after their purchase stage. But advocate would be one of the final stage that we want our customer to reach. It's because as an advocate, the customer is not only positively recommend your brand through word of mouth, but it also because the person that always want to support you even when you have a new product and new idea. And also there will be the thought leader in the community, if like you have a customer community of your brand.
All right, thank you, Riley, for your clarification. So here I can see that we have a question from John Walker. His question is, am I going to be left behind by the industry without a loyalty program?
I think that for this question, it's not a must-have thing for loyalty program, but it's a powerful differentiator that could help you stand out from the competition. As a customer retention solution, loyalty program provide the means to change customer behavior and drive various business goals when implemented with care and forethought. With that being said, you are required to hit a certain milestone in order to make it work. For instance, you need to realize the business goals beforehand so you can effectively move them to the loyalty program element.
Okay, thank you, Amy. So let's go to the next question from our audience. Does Magestore has any solution regarding customer loyalty program?
Uh, yeah. In regards to this question, yeah, we already deployed the loyalty program for a lot of brands. So as you can see, in one of the best case I already explained to you before, Mr. Pet is one of the typical client we have deployed our loyalty program. Basically, we have the loyalty program such as like earn point and redeem point in the next purchases. However, we also can like cooperate with other partner to create the feature such as like you can deploy the tier loyalty program for the customer as well as more complex loyalty program. For example, you will cooperate with the vendor and you allow the customer to earn the free item and you send report to the vendor like to get discounted in the next purchase order as I explained before.
So I think I also want to add more point to the ME answer. Currently, as I shared earlier, so Magestore is currently focused on the omnichannel POS solution, and and customer loyalty is one part of it. So our key focus is that we want to to gain the streamlined customer experience. So it means that the customer loyalty will not be will not be gap, and it will be like seamless from online to offline. So for example, if you have a reward point, for example, it will be like spend or earn across online to offline channels.
All right. Thank you, Riley and Amy. So as we are running out of time now, I'm gonna give you the last question. It's from Katie Anderson. So Katie asks, besides product quality, what are some factors that you think might affect customer loyalty?
Okay, I think that for this question, in addition to the product quality, the most important thing I like come up in my mind will be the customer service. As you can see that today, product quality, product information, they can search everywhere. However, a customer service bring you like the satisfaction, and that trigger you want to get back to the business more than ever. So I think that one of the most important factor I would like to emphasize is customer service. So it's not limited to like how you care for the customer, like how you treat to the customer in the physical store, in the online site, but you have to guarantee that the customer can be treated equally and satisfactorily in every touch point. So do you have any comments here, Riley?
I think like Amy has answered, pretty much, and also like I'm kind of into the customer service as well, because from a loyalty program in a company, so the customer expect they are also human. They want to be cared. They want to save money, right? They want to feel special, and they want like beautiful experience. So I think like all of those experience and can be created by a really truly care customer service of a retail company.
All right, thank you both for your answer. It's very helpful for us and the audience. Sorry, sad to announce that we are running out of time, and unfortunately, we won't be able to answer any other questions from the audience. However, if your question is unanswered, we will answer them later after the webinar in the comment section below. If you find today's webinar informative, if you like it, please give us thumbs up. So all webinars in our community are created for our audience own benefits. So to the audience, please let us know what you want to discuss next time, and we will try to implement them in future webinars. So to our dear guest speaker today, Riley and Emma, I would like to thank you so much for coming and sharing your insights with us. It's very helpful, and I think the audience would love to hear more from you in the future. To the audience, thank you for hanging out with us, and I would love to see you next time. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.